You're looking good, Patsy. How are you feeling?
Yes.
One day at a time. I do feel better every day, but just a speck better. It's good.
So how is your spine doing?
Well, it's my spine should be completely healed. It's the muscles near it.
Okay.
Directors.
Well, we're going to do, I'm actually wanting to focus, I'm wanting to kind of, develop, I don't want to say push, but, with the material, go a little further, but and a lot of it is going to be for the torso. So, but just, do it at your own pace and take it easy. And of course, if anything hurts, don't do it. But I'm wanting to keep us moving more. Yeah. Good morning, Audrey.
Good morning. You were there and then you're gone. Oh, you're back.
Morning.
Good morning.
So I know that I'm pretty sure Ruth is coming. Amanda can't make it today. And as far as I know, Patricia will come unless her computer is she's really struggling with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll wait a couple of minutes. In the meantime, I got questions from Marietta about lungs and supporting lungs. And it's an interesting question to me. I think we did talk about this a little bit last year, maybe. From the Chinese point of view, we're lung season, lung and large intestine. This is the metal element. If you remember our colors, right? I don't have that.
Yeah. Wait.
So metal element being about values, what we value. And we've just come out of Indian summer and the harvest and all those wonderful vegetables and fruits that come with the harvest. And we're facing, going into the cold winter. This week has been really about a transition, yes, as the nights are pretty consistently around freezing, and we've had some beautiful sunny days, but we still know, right, the leaves are off the trees and we're headed toward winter. So from the Chinese point of view, that means we need to prepare our digestive system to handle to stimulate the extra fire needed to digest the foods that are going to give us energy, warmth, fire for winter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's a time, the Chinese correlate everything. So the color is white. And so when you think of the kind of more carbohydrate or starchy foods, potatoes, rice, bread, all those things now we need to prepare our body to handle that, to support us through the winter. And it's also, the metal element is very connected with our immune system. So the Chinese believe that our lungs is an important part of our immune system. We take in oxygen, but also we can be taking in viruses, all that stuff. So lungs are, to remind you, the idea of the metal element creates the sword, draws the boundary in the sand. So it's our skin and our boundaries. And it's also what we value. So the metal creates the chalice that holds what we value. So just, that's sort of the emotional side of the lungs. And the taste, because each season has a taste in the Chinese system, the taste is pungent. So all those spices, like, when you think of pumpkin pie, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, all those spices produce heat in the body. And that helps us to digest these heavier foods. In the Chinese system, the summer, we would have been eating salads and lots of, all those watery vegetables and fruits and, all that fresh food. And now we're going to pass on to the more caloric foods to support us through the winter. Just if Marietta was asking for support for the lungs, and I take it kind of in the bigger picture of how we need to protect our bodies. And it's still important to get outside because the air carries different microbes as the seasons change. And those microbes that we inhale are what we need to help digest this heavier food. I think I've talked before about how they tried feeding, deer normally eat bark in the winter and leaves in the summer. And they did an experiment to see what happened if they fed them the opposite, and the deer all got sick. And some of them actually even died or would have died if they hadn't stopped it. Because
Dana, I gotta say this because honestly, it's just interesting, isn't it? You follow yourself, because as you spoke all that, I thought, yes, of course, this is time for Bengal spiced tea. Absolutely. Got you. I so got you.
Yeah.
It is. All right.
So if you want, if you could play with that if you want, thinking about, adding some spices to your food, letting yourself eat some of those carbohydrates now to support yourself. And, once we finish the harvest of the tomatoes, let go of those things and think more about white things like even apples, pears, rice, and all the grains and stuff.
Yeah.
Hello, Ruth.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Well, we were just, we're well into our transition here. So we were just talking about lungs and supporting our immune systems and our digestive systems for the coming cold. Which is here. It's freezing every night now. So
okay.
people were concerned about their lungs.
Okay.
What are you like there?
Bright sunshine today, but colder, about 17 degrees, but still very nice for this time of year.
Oh yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah. I
Okay.
have short sleeves on all day today. I've only just put this long sleeve top on, and I've just had my booster jab. So
Wow. Okay.
So yes, Bob got his yesterday. He was pretty sore after, but okay, everybody, let's do our pace.
Okay.
And play if you want, with doing it both with the eyes open, with the eyes closed. You could do one hand with the eyes open and one hand with the eyes closed if you like. And never forgetting the breathing. Even taking a little pause as we empty the breath completely. And I know we worked once with keeping that Chinese Qigong thing of keeping the breath going in a circular way. But here's another thing, is to, as you exhale completely, then just wait. Don't think of sucking the air in immediately. Just wait until, and just allowing yourself to feel that little pull to inhale. Do you know what I mean? That impulse is the word I'm looking for. So as you exhale, pause, and just let the inhale come when that impulse happens. And apparently, I read something that helps to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and relax nervous system to activate. And then we'll just do some regular cross calls because we're going to do lots of different movement today. And one thing you might want to experiment with, that is the position of your tongue. We were always taught in brain gym to put it behind your front teeth, on the ridge behind your front teeth. But I know another teacher of mine talks about putting your tongue on the soft palate, so it's further back. That's where, you know, if you were sucking your thumb, that's where your thumb would press to stimulate the sphenoid bone. So I've been playing with both positions, and just notice how my body reacts with where I put my tongue.
Okay.
I'm gonna okay. Yeah, we're still getting a little I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Patricia's there. Okay. Hello, Patricia.
Hello, I slipped in on you.
Yes. So I am just going to do some muting because somewhere and okay. I'm no longer being echoed. So, okay, we are going to go down on the floor and we're going to repeat some of, I'm going to try play for a couple lessons with keeping the same format. So let's start on the floor. And let's start sitting. I'll let you get yourself arranged. And this is a stretch I learned from Dr. Dennison. So if you can, you're going to reach your toes. And if you can't, just hold your shins or wherever you can. And what you're going to do is you're going to stretch your legs as long as you can as you inhale, opposite of usual, and think of filling the whole back of your body. So all those muscles along your spine, Patsy, think of the air as filling them and creating some space, in a sense, kind of lengthening or stretching them. And then allow your knees and your ankles to flex as you exhale. And drop your head a little bit lower if you can. Point your toes and stretch your legs as you inhale. And feel that lengthening along the back. And then exhale, relax. See if your head can drop a little more. Let go of a little more. And just continue lengthening the legs as you inhale and relaxing and dropping as you exhale. So this is the opposite of what we normally do in lengthening brain gym exercises, but I find it really helps to lengthen the muscles on the backside of the body. So this should not be painful, but it should be what I find is a pleasurable sensation of the muscles lengthening. So there is a feeling of stretching as you do it, but you're not forcing, you're just allowing gravity and your breath to help creating more length, more space in the backside of your body. And then we're going to roll down to the floor and place our feet in the constructive rest position near our bums. And we'll start from the opposite end today, reaching the fingertips toward the ceiling and taking those little circles with the hands, or the whole arms are making little circles on the ceiling. Circle in both directions. Feeling the weight of the arms dropping down like the sand that we used to do standing up, sand draining down your arms into the shoulder area. Feel that weight going into the shoulder blades and into the floor, allowing the floor to support the shoulder blades, and then allowing some energy up through the ends of the fingers. So you're not gripping your fingers, you're allowing the energy to release. The fingers are long, but they're not stiff. And then we're going to, with our palms facing each other, slowly open our arms. So the arms slowly descend toward the floor, feeling a reach out, reaching out, broad, 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 broad. Until you find that position that we open to in our Qigong. Your arms are not on the floor yet. They're very wide in a gentle curve, and continue reaching out, out. Feel that stretch across the front of the upper chest, and then allow the elbows to drop to the floor, and then the forearms and the fingers. And just take a nice deep breath. Adjust yourself if you need to, allowing the floor to hold you. Now we're going to flex our right thigh, and we're going to rest our right ankle on our left knee. Okay, so your foot is pointing away from you. And we're just going to do some flexes and points, but again, think of pressing your heel away from you and then your toes away from you. So your ankle will flex, but think about the action as being one of lengthening the front of the leg, foreleg, and then the back of the foreleg. So lengthening all along the shin, out through the edge of the toes, and then all along the calf and the ankle and out through the heel. Just on your own time, that movement. And then you're going to circle your ankles or circle your toes. Yes. First in one direction, and then in the other direction. Okay, place that foot on the floor, cross your left ankle, and repeat the same thing on the other side. Stretching alternately the front of the leg out through the toes, and then the back of the leg out through the heel. And then circling. And reversing the direction of the circling. And drop that foot to the floor. Now we're going to do our side knee drops and our arm circles. Okay, so first we'll just do a stretch, feeling the position. So dropping your knees to the right, and then reaching the left arm up on the opposite diagonal. So you have a diagonal from your left fingertips to your left knee. And just breathing into that as much length as you can. If you like, take your right hand to your rib cage and just maybe massage the rib cage, allowing the ribs to relax as much as possible. And then drawing your attention to the air coming into your lungs. Filling the lungs, and then as you exhale, releasing the rib cage as much as possible. As I do that, I feel more stretch from my fingertips to my left knee. You can even stroke down your left thigh a little bit to feel that length happening in the diagonal. Okay, and then let that the left side of your hip come back to the floor, center yourself, bring your arms back to the T, and then drop the knees over to the left side. Allow the right arm to reach up on that diagonal. Remember our directions. And breathe in that diagonal. Feeling that diagonal from your right fingertips to your left knee, and using your left hand, if you like, to massage your rib cage, increasing that diagonal stretch all the way. So this is our fascia. We're stretching our fascia. And as you inhale, feeling the lungs filling up the space inside you, and then as you exhale, allowing the ribs to sink a bit toward the center and toward the floor. Take another deep breath, and as you exhale, pull the right hip back to the floor, and we go back into the T position, constructive rest. So now we're going to repeat the drops, but with the arm circles. So legs drop to the right, left arm reaches up and continues to circle over the top of the head. The palm turns over, so the little finger is leading now, and you reach way over beyond your right fingertips on the floor, and you continue downwards. And the thumb, now the palm turns up, and the thumb leads as you pass your thigh and reach out in the opposite direction as far as you can, and up to that diagonal. And then we go in the other direction, leading with the little finger down, 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 down towards your feet. Turn the palm over and the thumb leads past your thigh, reaching all the way over past your fingertips, up over the top of your head. And the palm turns over as you reach back to that diagonal. Let's do each of those circles one more time. First going up over the top, little finger leading you as you reach over. Your head is just rolling on the floor. Your head doesn't have to do any work. It's the reach of the fingers that create the whole rotation. Reaching out over the other side and up back to the diagonal. Palm is up. Now reaching down with the little finger. And as you reach down towards your thighs, your thumb leads, palm down, reaching way across, reaching out. Nice stretch through the shoulder, up over the top of the head. And continue all the way to the T position, pressing your left hip to the floor and continuing to roll to the other side with your lower legs. And the right hand reaches up on the diagonal and then continues reaching over the top of the head as the palm turns over and the little finger leads you way out on the floor beyond your left fingers. I notice I can go further on this side. Notice what you can do. If there's any difference, reaching down, the thumb leads way out to the other side, way opening and up to the diagonal. And now we're going to reverse that direction, little finger leading down and down over toward the thigh. The thumb reaches out beyond the fingers of your left hand, continuing up over the top of the head. The palm turns to face up, the ceiling that is. Little finger leads you out to the diagonal. And then we'll reverse the direction one more time each direction. So up over the top of the head, palm turns over, little finger leads you past your left fingers on the floor, reaching down along the floor. I'm tracing a circle on the floor with my fingers. Then palm turns up as you pass your thigh, reaching out on the floor again as far as you can to the right, and then up on the diagonal. And we reverse, little finger leads down, down as far as you can in that circle. Thumb leads you across your thigh, reaching way out beyond your fingertips, up over the top of your head. Little finger leads out onto that diagonal, and then as you come to the T, the right hip presses into the floor, and there you are again in constructive rest position. Take a deep breath. Notice if there's any change in the way, in your relationship to the floor. How is your body feeling the floor now? Okay. Now we're going to do a series of thigh flexions. I'll talk you through it once on each side, kind of slowly. And then we'll do it a few times on each side. So it's a longer sequence than we've done in the past. The first thing we're going to do is flex the right thigh and then drop the foot to the floor, sliding the foot down so the leg is long, just feeling that position. And then we're going to flex the thigh again, and it's going to come up and drop our foot down. We'll just try that on the other side as well. So flex the left thigh. So the lower leg is just hanging loose. And as you allow the foot to drop to the floor, just continue to slide all the way long. And then you're going to pull the knee back up. causing thigh flexion and dropping it. Now, as you do this, you can watch me or maybe you understand. We're going to let that be a kind of a rebound. You know what I mean by rebound? So we're not going to stop with the leg long and let it die there. We're going to use that energy of the lengthening to bring it back. So it's going to go like this. Flex, reach long and flex, and drop the foot to the floor. Other side, flex, allow it to slide and flex back up and drop to the floor. Keep alternating. Flex, reach long and flex, drop to the floor, and flex, reach long and flex, and drop to the floor. So you're using the momentum of the movement to do this. You're not having to push and pull so much. Now, we're going to this time, instead of rebounding with a bent knee as we fold in, we're going to use a straight leg. So it's going to go flex, stretch long, lift up, leg up. So the leg comes up straight, however far you can. Maybe it's only 45 degrees, maybe it's a full 90 degrees to the ceiling. Okay, and then we're going to lower the leg down, and then we're going to flex and close. So it's a longer sequence. So it goes flex, lengthen, lift, slowly down, flex and drop to constructive rest position. Flex, lengthen, lift, extend long, flex and drop. So that lift, when you lift long, I'm using the word lift, but that isn't what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of lengthening as the thigh flexes again. So obviously that it may feel, hopefully you can think you can lengthen out to reach. Just like when we did the arm circles, our fingertips reached way out on the floor. Well, your foot is going to, your toes are going to reach way out into space. So by lengthening out, it shouldn't be like cramp in, but think of it as lengthening out in a huge arc. I hope that makes sense to everybody. I'm not going to ask because I've muted some of you to get rid of that echo. Okay, so I hope that's clear. I'll show you what I mean once more if you want to, look at me. So there's the folding in, there's the lengthening out, there's slowly down, continue lengthen, 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 lengthen away from you, and then fold in again and release. Okay, so we'll do a few of those, starting with the right leg. So fold, lengthen, reach out and long, fold and down. Other side. Fold and lengthen up, slowly down, fold and drop. Fold and lengthen, lift, slowly down, reaching out, fold and place, fold, lengthen, lift, slowly down, fold and drop. Okay, let us roll over onto, roll toward the screen. Okay. Good place, just remember how you're going to get out of bed in the morning, right? Roll on your side, and you can press with your hand and your elbow to move yourself up and come up to sitting. And I need my glasses. And here we are sitting. We're going to sit with the soles of our feet together. and just flutter our knees. Nice exercise for our hips. And then maybe let's do a little rocking and find your sits bones. Okay. Here's our friend Philip. Can you see those sits bones right here, those little pickety points? So that's what we stand on when we're sitting. Yes? So those points right there. And that's really important for everybody when you're sitting at the computer, you know, doing a Zoom or whatever, anytime you're sitting, is to not roll. You notice those sit bones like a cup like this, okay? If we sit back, if we roll back off the points, we're putting a lot of strain in our lower back. Yes, a lot of strain because we're having to hold ourselves here, or we're just we're not on balance. All these muscles are having to work to hold us in this position, because if I didn't use those muscles, I would just continue to roll down. So it's great to find that place. Of course, it's a little harder sitting on the floor than on a chair, but it's really good to practice when you're sitting on a chair using that lift through or reach through the top of the center of the head to bring us up on top of those sit bones. Okay, and that's that axis, that north-south pole from the perineum, which is between our sits bones, up to the top of our head that we talked about so much in the past. So we're going to take that inhalation up, lengthening along on top of our sits bones, pressing down through the sits bones, and then dropping our head forward and back up tall. Dropping our head forward, back up tall. Let's do it really slowly first. So exhale over. Inhale up. Long, exhale over. Top of the head goes over. Inhale up. Top of the head reaches toward the ceiling. Weight of the head goes over. Stretching long. Weight of the head goes over. Come up long. So there doesn't need to be any tension in our shoulders or our necks, right? Okay, great. So we're going to take that a little bit faster now. Over and up tall. Over and up tall. Over and up tall. Over and up tall. Give yourself a hug. Open wide. Give yourself a hug. And now that lift to the sky. From there, you're going to take it all the way over again. Over and up tall. Over and up tall. Over and up tall. Over and up tall. Give yourself a hug. And open. Give yourself a hug. Lift to the sky. Now we're going to go side and up tall. Side and up tall. Now we're going to go side. We're going to roll forward to that position we had, to the other side, and up tall. Okay, and we'll do the same thing again, starting the other side. So we'll go side, up tall, side, up tall, side, roll forward, roll, side, up, tall. Other side, side, up tall, side, up tall, side, forward, side, up tall, side, up tall, side, up tall, side, forward, side, up tall. We're going to now do twist, twist, twist. Okay, so here, this is really important that all that work we did with the rotation of our arms on the floor, we're reaching through our little fingers because we want that support through the tip of the shoulder blade. So you remember that connection that you feel? So this is not here. We have the support. It comes from underneath, from our shoulder blades, reaching out through our little fingers, and that supports us as we do these twists. It doesn't matter how far you go, but the whole thing is both sits bones stay on the ground, and this is using all those muscles around the spine. So take it easy, Patsy. Here we go. And twist, twist, twist. And now we're going to do the curve, but we're going to do it towards our knee and back up tall. Twist, 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 over towards our knee, back up tall. Twist, 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 over our knee, back up tall. Twist, 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 over to our knee, back up tall. Okay, are we we're okay there? Okay. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs forward. Oh, I wanted to do one other thing. I do want to do those circles that we did. Okay, so this is where we come forward low, side high, back corner. Okay, forward low, side high, back corner. Forward low, side high, back corner. Give yourself a hug. Drop over, lift your chest, and open. Okay, on the other side. Forward low, side high, back corner. Forward low, side high, back corner. Forward low, side high, back corner. Hug over, lift, and open. So you're indicating here just a review of those directions. So forward low is like the corner. If you would put yourself in your room, if you were in the square, I know how you're facing, but that would be, you know, the corner of the floor where the floor meets the wall in front of you. Then this is the corner of the side wall with the ceiling. And this is the middle of the back corner where the back wall meets the side wall over here. Okay, so we're just being very clear about the space. So let's do one of those circles and a hug and open, and one of those circles and hug and open. Here we go. And forward, side high, back corner, hug over, lift, open. Forward low, side high, back corner, hug over, lift, open. Forward, side high, back corner, hug, lift, open, forward, side, back, hug, lift, open. So eventually, this is actually called the 3 rings. So eventually it can become a whole circular movement that can flow into each other. So that's what we're working towards. Okay, legs forward. And you can support yourself with your hands if you like. And we're just going to, again, press our heels forward and then our toes forward long. Heels forward, toes forward, heels forward, toes forward, heels forward, toes forward. Okay, heels up, And we're going to do some of our windshield wipers. I forgot to do any rhythmic movement lying on our backs, but we can do rhythmic movement sitting up, doing our windshield wipers. So again, this is rotating from those hip joints, getting those muscles working the rotation. And this is really, really good for your knees because all the work is being done here and it's teaching the leg, you know, that the rotation, there's no rotation in the knees. It's all here in the hip joint. Okay, let's open the legs a little bit and we're going to repeat the whole sequence that we did at the beginning with our legs open, whatever is comfortable for you. So from the beginning, reaching, inhaling up through the top of the head and over and up tall, over and up tall, over and up tall, over and up tall. Okay, I just want to say one thing for those of you who maybe never done this before. So do not think of pushing yourself and pushing into your legs when you do this. Allow the weight of the head to reach over. This is a stretch for your spine. Even though your legs will stretch, but don't think of pushing. That's not going to lengthen. Think always of lengthening. Your legs reaching away from you. That's why we did that lengthening, flexing on the floor, okay? So here we go. And drop over and up tall, over and up tall, over and up tall, over and up tall. Give yourself a hug and open. Give yourself a hug. Open to the sky and reach over and up tall, reach over and up tall, reach over and up tall, reach over and up tall. Give yourself a hug and open. Give yourself a hug. Open to the sky, reach to the side and up, other side and up and side and forward and side up tall. So here we go, sideways. This is like flat, yes? And now the flat changes to round and flat up tall. Side and up, side, and you're in a toaster. Now you're around, you go around like a ball. One more time, side and up tall, side and up tall, side and forward and side. Lift your arms, here we go. Twist, 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 and over your knee, up tall. Twist, 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 and over and up tall. Twist, 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 and over and up tall. Twist, 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 and over and up tall. Here we go. Forward and side high and back corner and over, lift and open and forward, side high, back corner, over, lift and open and forward, side high, back corner, hug, over, lift, open and forward and side high, back corner, over, lift and open. Okay, let's cross and stand up. Okay, I'm going to play a little bit with the Qigong today. We may, oh good. Thank you, Audrey, for reminding me we need water. So, we're going to remember when we worked on transitions before, and we worked on doing just one of each movement. So we're going to do sections of this Qigong connected together, and we'll do as far as we can get today. So let's just, when you're ready, we'll do the opening movement just 3 times, just to kind of get back on our feet. Reaching out. Okay, so here we go. The first movement into the second movement, stepping side into the third movement, which we'll do to both sides. Come together and up through the top. And we're ready to go from the beginning again. The first movement, the second movement, the third movement, to the other side, and together. First movement, second movement, third movement, change sides, come together. First movement, second movement, third movement, come together. Okay, so when we do it this way, one of the things I'm hoping you really feel is the different dimensions that we're working with. So we are going up and down the centering dimension, the arms come forward. And then here we reach way out, and now we make the circle this way in the horizontal plane. And then we go into the vertical plane with the sideways movement like we did on the floor. And we finish coming back to this, to our center. Okay, let's just do that once more on each side and just really feel those dimensions. Here we go. Forward. And open. And rainbow. And circle. To the other side, forward. And open. And rainbow. And circle. Okay, and next one, we have one side, reach up and over, the curve down. Let's go to the same side here, move out into the other one, and again, we'll repeat this one to the other side, and go. Yes, we'll just stop there, okay? So here, then we'll go to the other side. And I'll do this slowly again a couple times so you get it. Over, that's the next movement. Now, we go out to the side, step out, reach up, look at the moon, reach to look at the moon the other direction. And that arm that's up is going to come together here to start this circle. Over. Reach to the left. Step to to the right, reach to the left, and left arm comes forward, and circle, and over, and reach to the right, step to the left, change, and right arm forward, around, circle, around, down, reach left, out, step right, reach, change left, reach, left arm forward, circle, around, and around, and reach right, out, step left, reach up, change, reach right, right arm comes forward, and I think we're going, which side are we going? Yeah, okay. I got lost there. And to the left, and left arm comes forward, reaching out to the right side, around and up and over, down, reach left, right, sorry, step to the left, change to the right, right arm comes forward, around, down, and out, and reach, and reach, and okay, we go on. Okay, Dana needs water. Sorry, folks, just a second. I'm going to start left, right. This is right. No, that's left, right. Okay, so. Okay, so we do, this is a, bless you, a 2 and a 5 and a 3. Okay, so we're going to do, so that we reverse, we're going to do 2 of these. So I'm going to start with my left hand. Left hand, right hand, right hand, left hand, 1, 2, 3. So the hand that you're looking at is going to do the next one. So this hand drops here, this hand presses across the body, around, and it goes right into 1, 2, 3. That hand goes across and circle, across, and then 1, 2, 3. Across and circle across. 1, 2, 3. Across and circle across. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hope that's clear. Any questions? Okay, a little, I'm playing with your minds today. Here we go. So starting with your left hand. So I'm sorry. I shouldn't say which hand you're going to start with. If you're going to mirror me, whatever that is, I'm saying that to myself. I'm trying to stick to the fact that I'm always going to the left side or using the left side first in these sequences so that I don't screw it up for you. Okay, so this hand, whatever it is. Okay, here we go. Circle, push, 1, 2, 3. Push, 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 circle, push, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now we're going to move into the. Okay, I'll ask you. You have two choices where we're sort of running toward the end of time. One choice is we learn one more short movement phrase that I developed for class that's based on things you do, but not Qigong, or we can do just some of the last section of Qigong just the way you've done it. I don't want to teach a new Qigong section. So do you want to learn a short movement phrase?
How long have we got?
Like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, short movement phrase. Okay. So it's based on what we did on the floor. So hug, circle, lift, open. That much you know, okay? We're going to shift to the side, and then this arm comes around. Your foot moves out to do a lunge here. Okay, let's try that much again. So
That foot straight or turned out?
it turns out.
Turns
So
out as you said.
you end up with a 90-degree angle between your feet, right? So what happens, just the foot part is, it's like open, the toes stretch out.
So it's, yeah, so it's straightforward. Okay, yeah.
Yes, yes. So yeah. And I'm not particularly concerned about exactly what the pelvis is doing. I just want to keep it natural. But the important thing is we're really showing that side dimension with that leg and that arm. Okay, so here we go. And over, lift, open, reach side, continue to reach. The foot turns out and the arm stretches long. One more time. And let's do it to the other side. I find it's always, a lot of people like to just learn something on one side, and then after they've perfected it, there goes the other side. I find that when I start challenging myself to do it to the other side, it actually helps me learn the first side. Okay, so we're just going to go out to the other side this time. Here we go. And hug, lift, open, reach, side. Continue reaching around, out. Okay? Now, hug, lift, open, reach, side, continue, lunge. Now we're going to take this arm, it's going to bring us up and over to meet the other one, and here you are in your calf stretch, right? You all know this lunge here. And we're ready to do, we come together and we do hug, lift, open, reach side, around, and now we're stretching to the other. Hope you have time to do this. You're stretching to the other side, to the back wall now, I should say. Left arm, or the arm comes up, over, you turn into the calf stretch, and you come up to repeat again. Hug, lift, open, reach, side, over, stretch. Let's take an extra count there. Up, over, press into the calf strum. And again, 1, 2, 3, reach, side. Open the foot, stretch it out. Stretch the arm long. Come around to the calf stretch. Press the heel to the ground and ready to go again. Okay?
Okay, I'm gonna say so long to, and good wishes to everybody for the week. Thank you, Dana. I'll watch the
Take care.
recording.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
sounds good. Okay,
All right, yeah.
so let's everybody do this to the other side. So you get the idea, right? You're just making all the 4 sides. Here we go. And hug, lift, open, and reach over to the side. Turn the foot, lunge. Stretch it out. Other arm comes up. Turn that foot parallel. Press the heel down. And 1, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and reach side, over, lunge, stretch, over, press the heel down, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and ready to start on the other side again, okay?
Got it.
Okay, so do you want to do it again? Or are we done? We're done, okay. Okay. Let's start. Just a little check-in.
Well, that was fun.
Good. So does this direction that I'm sort of stretching the class to, is that landing okay with everybody?
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
You all know the Qigong now. I haven't taken any of the classes off the YouTube. The YouTube channel that I have for you folks is all there. So if you want to be continuing to do the classical traditional Chinese Qigong, you can always go back to that.
Mhm.
But my feeling was let's get more creative.
Yeah,
Great.
Super.
yeah, this was a fun class.
Good.
So
Yeah.
So have a good week, everyone. I have to run along here.
Yeah.
We'll see
Okay.
y'all. Bye.
Take-
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. all. Yeah, have a good week. We'll see you in November.
Thank you, Dana.
You're
My
welcome,
body,
Tricia.
my body is much looser. You know,
Oh.
I'm hibernating, so I'm not doing a whole lot, and it's great to be with everybody, even if I can't be seen.
Okay.
I can see you. See you next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Super. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Just gotta figure out how to lead. There.